We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome back to the Freak Show. I'm your host, Bumpy McSquigums, and today we're diving back into The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. There is some sort of dispute going on that we must go dispute back or something? For tactics? Oh, that's right, we can change... Okay. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I feel like it probably isn't, honestly. Alright, I think that's fine. Can we use any of our abilities? Oh, we absolutely can. Sure, we'll use Reen's ability. Throw it out onto our gal pal there. So everyone's up near 2,000 or over except for Elisa. She's just a little bit lower. That's fine. Alright, I feel a little bit better about that. Okay, what are we looking for here? We're supposed to find... Oh, to our right. Let's go see what's happening at the Grand Market. Oh, did I go too far? Oh, I did. Don't give me that crap. This is my spot. I paid for it, so it's mine. I'm the one who paid for this spot. Look, I've even got a permit for it, so stop lying to me. And vamoose. Vamoose. May I ask what the problem is? Perhaps we can help in some way. There seems to be some question over which of these two gentlemen gets control of this area to set up a stall. The young merchant over there is local, while that merchant wearing the suit is from the capital. So they're both claiming the same spot? How odd. Permits for the market are issued by the province's ruling lord. Ah. So for Celdic, that would be... Uh-oh. This isn't good. We must stop them. Who are you? Unhand me at once. Look, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but violence isn't going to solve anything. That's why we're physically restraining you violently. You both need to calm yourselves. You've been worked into a rage. Bah. Also, we have swords and bow and arrow and a staff. What are you, high schoolers? This has nothing to do with you meddling kids and that puppy too. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. We're having a mature discussion here, and I'll thank you not to interfere. Since when has grabbing a person by the neck been considered mature? If you truly intend to have a mature discussion, perhaps you should try acting more like adults. Oh, sick burn! What did you say to me? Look, we're students from the Thor's Military Academy. We're currently visiting this town on a field study. And while we are not yet formal members of the army, I'm afraid we cannot simply walk by and ignore a fight in such a public place. Military academy? So there are a bunch of soldiers in training. What in adios his name is happening here? I don't know. About to find out, old guy. Hey, wait. Oh, Mike. The other guy was called Merchant Hines. Gotcha. Oh, now look what you've gone and done. Manager Otto. Odo? I've been filled in on what happened. I understand both of you have a permit for the same stall. Is that correct? Yeah. And both permits expire at the same time, too. What's the meaning of this? Look, I understand your concerns, but fighting over it is greatly inconveniencing the other customers. I'll be happy to discuss the matter in private, but I'll need to ask both of you to put your differences aside until it's been resolved. Okay. I guess. Well, that was a close one. Seems like everything's going to be fine now, though. Yeah, I guess he's the guy in charge. I really appreciate the four of you stepping in to help defuse the situation. Though, I suppose I should expect no less from the infamous Class 7 I've heard so much about. Sorry, what? Oh? How do you know about Class 7? My name is Otto. I'm just going to call him Otto, like Otto Octavius. Got it. I'm the manager of Celdic's Grand Market. I have some things to discuss with you. If you'd be so kind as to come along, I'll treat you to some tea. Yay. T. The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel loading screen. No, I guess I don't need to narrate the loading screen. Isn't that big enough for them to just split it? They can each run one side of it. Like their whole day went by without them setting up. That seems silly. So you were responsible for choosing our assignments? He's rocking the gloves. Indeed, Principal Van Dyke is an old friend of mine, you see. Van Dyck? I guess, I don't know. He asked me to personally select a few tasks that you might be able to complete. Well, that was nice of him. We appreciate your consideration as well. Oh, it was no trouble at all. Likewise, I'm grateful to you for taking some troublesome tasks off of my hands. And I can't thank you enough for your help at the market. If you hadn't been there, I imagine someone would have wound up getting hurt. Look, I'm just glad we got there when we did. So both merchants will be taking turns using the same stall at the front of the market? That's right. Both of their permits are genuine, but their merchandise and temperaments don't lend themselves to sharing a space. Eventually, they agreed to a compromise where they would each make use of the front stall on alternate weeks. The other stall we reserved is near the back of the market, however, so whoever's relegated there will likely see far lower sale numbers. Well, that's better than nothing, I guess, but it's still really unfortunate. I must admit, I do find this whole matter rather perplexing. To my knowledge, the issuing of market permits is the sole responsibility of each province's ruling lord. For a mistake such as this to have been made in the first place raises some rather unpleasant questions. That's true, it's the lord's duty to control the flow of goods. If he can't handle it, the local economy could really suffer. Quite right. Ordinarily, that responsibility would fall upon the Duke's household. The Duke? The Creusen province is ruled by Duke Alberea. One of the four most powerful nobles in the entire country. But lately, the situation surrounding the Duke's household has been getting a bit, we'll say, complicated. Complicated? A few months ago, he increased the sales tax for our market rather significantly. And with a larger percentage of the profits being taken from them, the merchants begun to get rather desperate. Fights like the one you saw earlier are becoming more and more commonplace. I see. Sales tax is something which should not be raised without careful consideration. History has shown us how damaging such actions can be. Never heard of anything like that happening in the capital. Have you tried raising objections to the increase? Of course, I've gone to Barrayard. I'll get it one day, guys. Numerous times to petition the Duke personally. But they always drive me away at the gate without listening to a word I have to say. This has been going on for roughly 2 months now. Well, if that's the case, the mix-up with the permits may be more than just an accident. Are you suggesting they might be getting careless when dealing with the market, or maybe they're deliberately trying to cause problems? I don't think it's a good idea to jump to conclusions, but I will say that before all this began, the soldiers in the guardhouse absolutely would have intervened in a scuffle like that. Oh? Unlike the Imperial Army, a provincial army's main priority is maintaining the status quo throughout their territory. So mediating arguments which threaten that status quo should absolutely fall within the scope of their duties. That is correct. It seems that unless we accept this tax increase, they intend to turn a blind eye to the market. The commanding officer at the guardhouse has even made comments suggesting as much. Well, that's not right at all. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking about matters like this with you. This is strictly an internal affair to be dealt with among us merchants. You have no reason to concern yourselves with it. You need to be focused on your field study, and I'll have a new list of tasks for you tomorrow morning as well. You will? So you were asked to prepare some for each day of our visit, then? That's right, I've got a few difficult ones in mind too, but I'm sure you're up for them. Or at least, I hope you are. Don't worry, we are. We'll do our very best to meet your expectations. Interesting. So the provincial army not doing their job, raising taxes, kind of causing a big old kerfuffle, as they say. Sorting out problems at the Grand Market is our responsibility. You don't need to worry yourselves about it. More importantly, I'd recommend returning to the inn for today. There's no doubt that you're all tired after today, so it would be best to rest up for tomorrow. Otto went to Barryard yesterday, in order to try to appeal the tax increases, but it seems they never even gave him the time of day yet again. This is a big problem. And if only there was something we could do for the merchants. Kill them all. Alright, maybe not that. Looks like when we're on field study, I can't build bonds with people. I guess due to the nature of the field study, we're probably already building bonds with the people that we're on the field study with. That all sounds really unfair. Yeah, I agree. Provincial lords have the duty and the right to decide upon and collect taxes in the regions they control. And as long as that remains the case, there's not really much the general populace can do to stand against them. I'm reluctant to comment on how others should choose to rule their own territories, but harassing one's people like this seems clearly inappropriate. I've heard many rumors about the current head of House Alberea. The current head is Eustace's dad, right? So couldn't we ask Eustace for some help here? I doubt there's anything he could do. Among the nobility, decisions made by the head of the house are absolute. And since the Albereas represent one of the 4 great houses, that old tradition is absolutely guaranteed to be alive and well. The Emperor himself is probably the only one with more power than the heads of the 4 great houses. Guess that's a no then. I see you're all busy mulling things over. Excellent, excellent. Instructor Sarah? What brings you here? I figured it was about time for me to get going. Group B's not getting anything done, as expected, so I'm off to help sort them out. What? Are you going to see Group B now? The town of Parm is a considerable distance from here. Now, you let me worry about that. You 4 are perfectly capable of looking after yourselves anyway, right? Put your heads together and think, and I'm certain you'll see what you need to do. Adios be with you. I'll be looking forward to your report. Adios. I can't believe it. It's as though she knows exactly what's going on. Even though she spent the whole day drinking at the inn. Could she read minds or something? I'd suggest we return to our room and rest for the night in any case. We still have our reports to write, so an early dinner seems wise. Yeah, you're right. I'm so tired. Me too. I feel like I'm going to fall asleep at the dinner table without even making it to my bed. Sounds like me every day. Every night. All the time. Is there anything else I want to do? I don't think so. Well, we're gonna head inside the inn. Turn the inn for dinner. Let's do it. Feed me. It got dark real quick. Look at that lazy windmill in the back. Just slowly turning. Oh, you gated off. That's kind of cool. Oh, I see the little wheels there. That's fun. Alright, to the Weathercock Inn. What you got for us? We're just drinking coffee, I guess, for dinner.
That was delicious.
Hey, we have voice acting again. Yay!
Those were some seriously fresh vegetables, too.
Yeah, nothing beats food made from local ingredients.
I quite enjoyed the rye bread myself.
I suppose this whole field study thing isn't so bad when you take the menu into account. I wonder what the others in Group B are doing right now.
Somehow, I doubt they're sitting around a table and talking like we are.
That's true.
That would certainly be a shock if they were. I can't help but question what exactly Class 7's purpose is, though.
Save the world. I don't know. Maybe.
Instructor Sarah says it's about Arcus, but I don't think that's the only reason we've been brought together.
I'm certain it's not. If that were all, today's field study tasks would serve little purpose.
It seems as though she's trying to make us experience, I don't know, things. Like all kinds of things, big and small.
Okay.
What I can't wrap my head around, though, is why.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change?
Interesting.
It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along.
What do we have to offer one another, when our reasons for enrolling at Thor's in the first place are undoubtedly very different?
Our reasons?
I hadn't considered that.
Huh.
My reason for enrolling was quite simple.
I want to become stronger.
I aim to come ever closer to my goal. Or, rather, to the person whom I regard as such.
Alright.
Who's that?
Her father?
This is neither the time nor the place to discuss such matters. Best to save that topic for another day.
Fair enough.
What about you, Elisa? Why did you enroll at the academy?
Zoom. Camera pan. What?
There's no one single reason, but I think I just wanted to assert my independence. I mean, my situation back at home isn't exactly ideal, and this seemed like a good way to get out and do more, I guess.
I see.
It sounds like I'm probably in the minority then.
Oh?
See, I wasn't intending on coming here at all originally. I wanted to do something completely different.
You did?
Oh yeah, you
Music,
said you were
right?
really hoping you'd get into a music academy, right?
Oh?
Well, I wasn't that serious about it or anything.
Okay. That didn't...
What about you, Reen?
You didn't really answer... Never mind.
You're the last holdout, and since you're the one who brought it up, it's only fair you answer the question too.
But you didn't answer the question. Actually, only Elisa answered the question. Nobody else did. Not really.
Me?
You just said I was going to do something else, but I decided to come here. What? It's fine.
I wanted to find myself, I guess.
Find yourself?
Look in the mirror, dude.
Huh?
Super easy. Reach down and grab your arm or something. Simple.
Sorry. That makes it sound like a much bigger deal than it actually is. That's the best way I can think of to put it, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Going on a journey of self-discovery? It's
Fair.
actually a pretty cool answer.
Yeah, I had no idea you were such a romanticist.
Yeah.
You sure don't come across as one.
Ouch.
I shouldn't have said anything.
So, you want me to wake you up at 6 tomorrow, right? Yes, please. We only have until tomorrow evening, so we need to get an early start. We really appreciate it. Doesn't Reen wake up at 5 anyway? Not a problem at all. Have a good night. Good night. How do you know what time 6 is? Do you have an orbital wristwatch too?
But we're not actually going to sleep yet, are we? Not until we write our reports for the day.
I want to shut off my brain so badly right now, but it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon.
Yeah, I know.
She seems to have forgotten all about the room situation. And I'm not about to remind her.
Eh.
Reen?
I'll say, what's Laura doing? How you doing? What's up?
What is it?
I was unsure whether to ask or not, but I've decided that this question bears answering.
Oh yeah?
Why have you chosen to hold back?
Ooh, intrigue. Dun dun dun. What do you
What?
mean?
Your sword style and technique.
Uh-huh.
It is the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade school, is it not?
Sounds probable.
Popularized by the sword hermit, Yun Kafai, it combines the best elements of other Eastern sword styles.
Cool.
Those who master any of its forms are referred to as a divine blade,
Oh
and
yeah?
are said to understand the true nature of all things.
Wait a minute.
You certainly know an awful lot about it. I didn't think it was particularly renowned here in the Empire.
We of the Arcade School consider the studying of other swordsmanship styles to be an essential part of our training. In addition, my father once told me, if you follow the path of the sword, it is only a matter of time before you encounter a follower of the 8 Leaves.
Fair enough.
Your father said that? It's an honor to be acknowledged by the Radiant Blade Master himself.
There you go. Uh-oh.
I'm nothing special, though. I'm just a dropout who's never even been able to progress past beginner level.
I doubt that.
I did train under Master Ka-Fi for a while, but I started to feel like I couldn't go any further with my abilities, and he cut my training short.
Huh.
What?
So I'm really not holding back. Honest.
Really?
I actually kind of feel like I'm dirtying the good name of the 8 Leaf School, in fact.
That's not cool.
But this is my limit. I'm sorry I can't quite live up to your expectations.
Huh. She's very
Laura?
breathy. Uh-oh.
You have no reason to apologize to me. This is a matter you must come to terms with on your own.
Yikes. Man, that might be the biggest cut ever. Wow.
Though I'll admit to some disappointment, I was hoping you'd prove to be a good sparring partner.
We could still spar. I'll whoop your booty. Probably not right now. You seem to hit a little harder than I do, but, it's fine.
I'm going to practice outside for a bit.
Yep.
Please go and finish your report with Elisa and Elliot.
Dang. She is cold. You probably made Reem cry there, man. Uh-oh. That's a look.
There's a lot he doesn't want to talk about, huh? I can see in his eyes sometimes that he's bottling something up and trying really hard to keep anyone else from noticing.
You've noticed it too?
Oh.
You sure have taken quite an interest in him.
Don't stoke the fires, man. What are you doing?
I was just trying to work out the best time to apologize, that's all. It's not like I've been consciously paying attention to him or anything, honestly.
Uh-huh.
Reem's not the only one bottling up his feelings, though, is he?
Uh-oh.
You've been doing the same thing.
Uh-oh. Wow. Bold, man. Elliot. I love the boldness.
I guess I have.
Surprised he doesn't get himself into trouble, but hey, you know what? If it works, it works. Oh, I don't have to, type up a report?
You're moving up in the world.
Yeah!
I've got a little reward here for you.
Ooh, what's this mean? Rank increased to B6, received information as a perk. Alright. Sweet. Any bright ideas? We got a +1 on that one. I'm not even sure how or why we did that. Alright, so we moved up from a B7 to a B6. Apparently we get rewards for each one of these that we do, and we're about halfway between, looks like B6 and B5. I assume we're not going to hit it until, not the next one, but the one after. We'll see.
Drinks are on me someday.
Someday. Drinks are on me someday. Alright, it's now officially Sunday. And here in the lazy town of, I totally remember, it's not Crossbell, Celdic. Yeah. We are doing some more tasks. Here are your tasks for the day. The market manager left them with me. Thank you. Field study envelope, April. Field study day 2, assigned tasks. Lost wallet. Merchant Lizzie, okay, yesterday I found a wallet on the floor in front of my stall. Would someone be willing to find its owner for me? See me at my ceramics stall and I'll tell you more. And the West Celdic Highway monster, of course. Market manager Otto. A large ferocious monster has been sighted on the West Celdic Highway. We'd all be happier if someone took it out. The monster is a Zwardar. Stone bridge leading to Heimdall on the West Celdic Highway. Okay. Sounds easy enough. Probably. Huh, even fewer than yesterday. Maybe he gave us less work to do because he knew we were going back to Trista today. Sounds about right. He is a very considerate man. The last train headed your way leaves here around 9 tonight. You get those done quickly enough and you can have dinner here before you leave. Haha, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate your kindness. Shall we get started then? Sounds good. It looks like today's tasks are all optional. Hey Laura, I wanted to apologize for what I said to you yesterday evening. I'm sorry, you did what now? Reen? As I told you then, this is a matter you must come to terms with on your own. It is not something for which an apology is required. That's not really what I meant. I wanted to apologize for making light of the way of the sword. What I said about being a dropout who's never been able to progress past the beginner level was disrespectful. To Master Kafai, to the school I follow, and to the path of the sword itself. And for those reasons, I feel it was inappropriate of me to say what I said, so I'm sorry. If that's the case, then there is one person you should be apologizing to as well. Oh? I can't pretend to know much about your personal circumstances, but regardless of one's background or social standing, one should always be able to live with pride in him or herself. Thus, if you truly did make light of yourself and your own abilities, that is an act of shame for which you owe yourself a recompense. Let me ask you a question, Reen. Do you like the path of the sword? It's not really a matter of liking it or disliking it, I don't think. It's part of my life, an inseparable part of who I am. That's all I wanted to hear. I feel exactly the same way. Laura. So you two are friends again then? Were we not? There was never any rift between us that I knew about. Indeed, this was all handled rather neatly, I felt. You're both so simple-minded. I feel like an idiot spending so much time trying to devise a plan to get the two of you to make up. Whoa, you did what now? It would seem we've caused you undue concern. Geez, can we just all forget about this and move on? Looks like the ground's dried after the rainfall, so to speak. Glad to see you all looking a little bit less gloomy. Marco, we've got trouble. Big trouble. Uh-oh. Slow down, Luis. It's the first thing in the morning and you're about poised to wake the dead. You're making such a commotion. Where have you been anyway? You're late. I'm sorry, I just got caught up on the way here. But never mind that. We have big trouble. Something terrible happened over at the market. Something terrible, you say? What terrible thing has happened exactly? Well, it sounds like it actually took place last night. 2 of the stalls over at the market were destroyed, and all of their merchandise was stolen. Whoa, wait, what? That is most terrible indeed. A robbery? Oh my. Or, oh my. I suppose that means the market might be opening late today. Which means we could end up with more customers as people wait here for a resolution. Luis, get this place ready. You got it. That looks like we got another task. As for you four, this is our problem, not yours. Just focus on your field study and leave this incident to us locals. You have your own tasks to worry about after all. Of course. We'll be back later. Thanks again. Bye. You know we're not gonna not do something, right? What should we do? I have to admit I'm curious. It's not far, so we might as well just go take a look. Alright, let's go take a slight detour and see what's happening at the market. Then. Alright guys and gals, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed until the very next one. I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show, and always remember, we play, we fight, we conquer.